Do you guys want a backstory to Lilies? Okay, I always wanted to do like a line by line for Lilies, so please pay attention. This song is sad. So the lyrics is, I was watching under the sun, your eyes are matching the colors of the sky. What's going on your mind, girl, as you're listening to my lies. You're my best buddy, that's what I'd like. We could be lilies along with other paths, but lilies die in spring, so we will die in spring. So this basically was like, we could be lilies along with other paths, but lilies die in spring, so we will die in spring. Lilies obviously do not die in spring, but I explain in the chorus saying why we die, because it says we're never eaten by. I will lie, so we never know the truth, so we're never eaten by those rabbits near the pond. So it's like, if I don't lie, we could be lilies along with other paths, because it says we could be lilies along with other paths, so I will lie. But if we become honest and become lilies along with other paths, then we're going to flow by the river tides and die, because we'll be eaten by those rabbits near the pond. And so that was what I meant for the first verse. And then it goes to the second verse saying, refusing every hint I could see, but through you I see a very pretty me. What's going on your mind, girl? Because I'm listening to your lies. Like this time, like I was lying in the first verse, but this time you're lying. And then it's like, you always wondered why I don't talk about your face anymore. It's hard to keep it in, so don't question what's so obvious. You wonder why I don't talk about your face, but don't ask me why, because it's already too hard to keep it in, because I won't be able to lie if I start talking about your face. And then it says, I will lie so we never know the truth, so we're never eaten by those rabbits near the pond. Up to this point, it's like a very sad life. It's like, I have to lie because I don't want to die kind of flow, you know. And then it goes, lilies fly though among the river tides. So when we're all the way behind from rabbits near the pond, that's when we can finally and truly be lilies. That's sad. That's sad. And then it says we could be lilies. We could be lilies. Like, it's like a, we could be lilies. Like, we're not lilies right now because we're lying, because we don't want to be eaten by the rabbits near the pond, but lilies eventually fly among the river tides, and when we're all the way behind from rabbits near the pond, we could be lilies. And then the last chorus says, when we're done at last, it's only in our minds. It was only in our minds, and that's how we will end our lives, as lilies in the pond. We could be lilies. So, when we're done at last, and that's how we will end our lives, as lilies. Happy as ever. But then here's the thing. So what are rabbits? And what am I? What are rabbits and what are lilies? Here's the thing. I wrote this song thinking rabbits was society. Because I know a lot of people can't be true to themselves because of the sights that society holds. You know, you name it, which whatever one is not being true to, whether that's based on identity or, I don't know, anything. And if we lie, we won't be eaten up by the rabbits, by the nosy society, and we won't be dead. So we lie, we just live in society, we aren't lilies, we just live as rabbits, we live as the same rabbits in society, and as part of the modern day. But lilies fly though among the river tides, but generations do pass, and time does go on, so when we're all the way behind from the nosy society, or when we finally become true to ourselves, and when we actually become the person we want to be, that's when we can be lilies together. You and I, we can be true. We are lilies. We can be ourselves. And that's why I said, and when we're done at last, it's only in our minds. Like, when we're done, it was actually just us. It was just really not a big deal. So we'll end our lives as lilies in the pond. We could be lilies. And we could be lilies as in we could be true. We could be honest. And we could be true. I also wrote this song because I am very aware that not being able to be true in society is a very common thing for a lot of people. Like, I try to be as true as I can, but I know I'm not true all the time. I can't be true, and a lot of people are like that, so I wouldn't like tell people to become lilies, but we could be lilies, and I don't think that's bad. I think it's good. We can be lilies. We could be lilies. And I don't know what each person, each one and only person listening to Lilies isn't being true about themselves. Like, I don't know what it means to them to become lilies, because for me it might mean something else, and for someone else it might mean something else. For like Charlie, it might mean something else. It might mean something about Charlie's identity. For Christine, it might be something for, I don't know, her family. For Bobby, it might be something for his sexual orientation. I don't know what it's going to be, but I thought it was a nice metaphor. Becoming lilies, and we could be lilies, guys. Anyways, I hope you guys really like Lilies. Next time I'll do a lyric to lyric for Generation Z, guys. Tune in!